Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about 10 things that nobody ever uses anymore in Grand Theft Auto Online. So, since the game has been out for almost 7 years, there's a lot of things that have gone out of date. And if players have become more experienced, there's this things that people never really use anymore. And we'll be talking about 10 of those in this video today. But again, feel free to let me know if you have any suggestions of your own in the comments down below. So in previous videos, we've talked about silly ways in which you can earn RP, like for example, going to the Vanilla Unicorn and using the microphone while you're interacting with a dancer, going on one of the carnival rides and also using your microphone. Well, if you hop into the shower and you use the microphone, you can get bonus amounts of RP as well. So not only is the amount of RP you get incredibly minuscule, especially if you're high level, like it doesn't help you rank up at all, it's also awkward and embarrassing because the entire lobby is going to hear you making either random noises or trying to sing an embarrassing song in an in-game video shower. So it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do this. Why Rockstar decided to add this gimmicky feature into the game, I'll probably never know, but no one almost ever does this anymore for those two reasons alone. The number 2 spot today, using bicycles. So believe it or not, this is the only vehicle website to never get updated in game. It's the pedal and metal site called pandmacycles.com. I think that's how you pronounce it. And there's literally 6 bikes on here. You've got the BMX, Scorcher, Whippet race bike, Endurix race bike, Tricycles race bike, and then the Cruiser. And it's really not an issue of cost with these bikes because the most expensive one is $10,000, which I guess in real life that would be a pretty expensive bike, but in game that's almost nothing. It's the fact that you can't really use them in any practical way. They're slow, you can get run over by other people, you fall off incredibly easily. And again, the fact that Rockstar has never updated the website pretty much speaks to how much value they put on the bikes themselves, which is not all that much. So maybe if Rockstar were to add other things like rollerblades or skateboards, maybe that would be some practical use of this site, but for now, I just can't really see a good reason why anyone would continue to use these vehicles. At the number 3 spot today, properties with 2 and 6 car garages. So these are essentially the medium and low-end properties in the game. And although I will admit that some of the properties are pretty cool, like they're unique houses and pretty cool garages, sometimes located in industrial areas, why would you waste your money on something that's not going to get you the maximum garage spots? I mean, at a minimum, you should be buying properties with 10-car garages, and a lot of the new businesses that Rockstar have introduced allow you to hold way more than 10-car garages. And the fact that all of them are like under $200,000, back in the day, that was a lot of money, but now that's almost nothing. And so even if you're a new player with all the easy ways to make money, the free cash bonuses, there's just no valid reason why you would want to end up using a 2 to 6 car property or garage. So pretty much almost no one ever uses those anymore. The number 4 spot today, the email service. So I don't know why Rockstar ever introduced this because it really isn't an easy way to send messages. In fact, I don't even really know how it works. I originally thought this was for single player only, but apparently this works in Grand Theft Auto Online as well. You basically just like go through your contact list of people that are your friends, and then you can choose them to send a message. You can also enter a subject line, but it's incredibly inconvenient and it is just way less practical than pulling out your phone or using third-party services like Discord or Twitter or something like that. So almost no one probably uses this. It would be funny to see if anyone watching this video like goes out of their way to send I find emails in game. So again, you guys can let me know in the comments down below. The number 5 spot today, changing your phone settings. That's right, there are a couple different settings that you can mess with your phone: background, invite sound, ringtone, Snapmatic, and theme. And honestly, I haven't updated this phone since like the first week of GTA Online. So it was actually kind of refreshing to see all the things that I could do, the colors that I could create, And I did end up turning some alerts off, so I'm glad that I actually decided to look at this for the first time in about like 5 years. But no one goes about messing with their phones. In fact, Grand Theft Auto Online is so old now, they probably need to refresh the iFruit phone that our characters have. I mean, they're probably rocking like an iPhone 5 at this point, and they at least got to upgrade us to like an iPhone 7 or 8 or something like that, at least for our online characters. So maybe Rockstar will do that one day, but at a minimum, our phones have some minor things that you can change, but I'm pretty sure no one ever does that. The number 6 spot today, calling the captain for the yacht. That's right. So when the yachts were introduced in 2015, you got the yacht captain as a phone contact, and you can actually call him, and for $1,000, he'll drop a helicopter nearby on the coastline so that you can fly it to your yacht, or for $750, you can actually request a boat, and that will get you a boat plopped in the water so that you can drive it or pilot it to the yacht. And I guess in theory this is cool, but who doesn't have like their own helicopters or boats that you can just use to get to the yacht? Or just steal a boat that's probably hanging along the shoreline. Like, why spend time calling him and then spending money just to go to the yacht? That really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then when you're on the yacht, another thing that players usually don't do or shouldn't do anymore is moving the yacht. It is like the biggest waste of money of all time. So remember, Rockstar has like 12 pre-put locations around the map, and it costs $25,000 to move them. Now, I don't know how long it takes you guys to make $25,000, but you definitely shouldn't waste it on this tiny little cutscene just to have your yacht moved. I feel like this is definitely one of the ways in which Rockstar was like, how can we get the online players to spend a little bit more money, and that is moving our yachts with a little cutscene to a different location around the map. So that's something players definitely don't do anymore. Another thing that players don't do anymore, at least I don't, and that is use rebreathers, and really all the original heist equipment for that matter. But the rebreathers are probably the most usable, or at least were, because they allow you to breathe underwater, and you can have like a stack of them like you do other things like snacks or ammo. But recently, Rockstar introduced these scuba suits into the game, which kind of eliminates the entire need to even have a rebreather, because the scuba suits allow you to stay underwater forever. And there's also vehicles like the Free Submarine and the Stromberg that will allow you to quickly go under the water using a vehicle. So the rebreathers and the heist equipment, the original ones for that matter, are kind of unnecessary, at least in my personal opinion. Anyways, let's move on. At the number 9 spot today, shoplifting. So some of you guys might not even know that this is a feature, but it was probably only useful for when you're like level 1 through 10, because that's when you probably had like no money to get this stuff. So as you guys can see, there are items in the store between $2 and $7. And if you actually shoplift, you'll actually get some of those items for free by hitting square in the shop instead of selecting an item. And what this will do is it'll allow you to grab one item. In this case, it kind of happens fast. I got 1 E-Cola, but I also got 1 star. So doing that literally saved me $2. So is it worth saving $2 to get yourself a 1-star wanted level? The answer is probably no. And the final thing that players really no longer ever do in GTA Online is using random cars and hooking up an ignition bomb or a remote bomb to them. So if you bring a random non-personal vehicle into the Los Santos custom shop, you can actually go to explosives and add an engine bomb or a remote bomb. And this will basically prevent you from storing the vehicle and customizing it anymore. And it will also add a new contact in your phone that will allow you to detonate the car whenever you want. So literally, the only use you might have for this is if you're trying to like troll or prank one of your friends. And even if you were trying to do that, you can't really put it on a exciting or glamorous vehicle. It's just going to be one that you find on the street. So it's going to be something like an Impante Ruiner. Again, not all that exciting. And again, you're just trying to like troll or prank someone in the lobby. Other than that, it's just a very expensive way to throw a sticky bomb on someone. And then once you've actually blown up the bomb, you're going to get more stars on you, which will probably cost you more money. You're going to be without your personal vehicle. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to use, and honestly, I haven't used one of these things in probably years. But anyways, that right there is 10 things that Grand Theft Auto Online players never use anymore. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What are some items or some things in game that you felt like you haven't used in a couple of years that you think should have been included in this video? Let us know what you're thinking in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.